Right, we are back at Loton Park on a glorious July Sunday. Going to be 30 degrees today. Due to a shortage of marshals, we are only getting one practice and 2 timed runs. So it really is straight out of the back quali style. A lot of the guys were here yesterday putting some PBs in. It was same conditions yesterday, so they can get straight at it. I've not been here for a year, but we've got no time to warm up as such. So this is the first and only practice, and then we're straight into 2 timed runs, and that is it. That's all we're getting. So we'll give it 9 temps on this, see what the grip's like, which should be good. And then yeah, let's see how brave we want to be and see if we can get a new PB. Conditions ideal. My PB I think is a 59.5 or 59.6, so we want to be aiming for that. I'm not going to do any tyre warming. We are allowed tyre warming, but I think with today's temperatures it doesn't need it. I might give it a go on the timed runs, but not for practice. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Oh, we've just got a red flag, and then straight into it. Scruffy, but 59.82, that's a good start. Yeah, something's banging about somewhere in the car, but 59 straight into a 59, that feels good. Grip's definitely there. Only a few temps off my PB, so yeah, let's attack it on the first timed run. Definitely can neaten it up slightly. Right, we are coming down for the first official timed run. And have 1 run before dinner and 1 run after lunch. So we're only a couple of temps off. Oh, red flag again. We're only a couple of temps off the PRPB. So we're a bit scruffy in a couple of places. Not been here for a year, so we just need to try and neat as always. Like I always say, fast but neat, and fingers crossed we will get a new PB. Conditions, you know, more or less 10 out of 10. If anything, it might be slightly too hot, but we're not going to moan about that like previously. So yeah, let's give it all the beans, try and be composed, and see what time we get. paces, I wasn't quite on it. Got one more run, see if we can get a PB. We're very close now. Coming down for second and final run. We are 5 100ths off a PB. So I know what we need to do. Last one was a 59.6. So yeah, we need to get into a 59.5. We're close. We lost 3 tenths going into fallow up Cedar Straight. I broke way too early, and that's where the 3 tenths was lost looking at the sectors. So need to brake later, past the 100-metre barrier marker, which I think I did in practice. I chickened out last time, so we need to grow a pair, brake later there, get the rest of it in check, and we should have a PB. Sounds easy, never is, but we've got to give it everything. So yeah, all or nothing on this one. Let's see how we get on. Give it everything. 59.7. Fuck. So close again. Yeah, that first corner screwed it up. Oh, if I could patch the best bits from all 3 runs together, we'd have a stonker, but that's how it goes. Close but no cigar. Right, back from Loton Park, and I think overall good, but must do better. Some kind of sums it up. Perfect conditions all day, car faultless, but my performance very mediocre, probably like 6 out of 10. Had a chance on every run to do better, and slight miscalculation or error cost me. So my PB is a 59.63. Started in practice, we were told that at the start that we're only going to get 1 practice run and 2 timed runs due to a lack of marshals and how hot it was in the day. So yeah, there had been a day there yesterday. Some people had been there the day previous and were fully up to speed. Luckily, I kind of know Loton. I've been a few times myself, so I could go straight in. A 59.8 in practice, so straight into the 59s. Thought, yeah, a PB is on here. Timed run 1, got great start, 2.5s all day. So yeah, red hot. The tyres it does actually launch quite well, the car, when it's red hot. So no issues with the starts, but I broke way too early at the top of Cedar Straight. It's so hard because it's blind. It's so hard to pick a braking point. You don't want to leave it too late, and then you're going to have a big accident into the grass. But I always brake too early. Every time I've been, I can remember thinking, brake later, brake later, brake later. It's just you can't see, so you've just got to wait until you come up over a hump. But yeah, come away again thinking I could have broke later, and lost 4 tenths on that compared to the previous run, but still managed a 59.6, 0.68, so only 5/100ths off my PB. So I thought, right, we've got the second run, let's brake a bit later on that, job done. And then the first corner, just went in way too deep, lost tons of speed, and then in hindsight, looking at the sectors, I lost half a second there on the first corner. I managed to claw it all back on the next few bends, went full gung-ho, and that's probably the fastest between the first corner and triangle. It's probably the fastest I've ever done it, looking at the sectors. So I managed to claw all that half a second back, but ultimately that first corner cost me. And the second one was a 59.70, so 2/100ths slower than the first run. But yeah, all 3 runs within a tenth of a second, super consistent, but I've said this before, consistently not quite good enough. So on another day, should have had 4 or 5 tenths off one of the runs, so a low 59's definitely there. On a perfect run, can probably sneak into a 58, and some people that have never done 58s before were getting 58, so it's definitely there on a perfect run. But I just couldn't hook it up together, even though weather conditions were 10 out of 10. I mean, it was roasting in the car, but yeah, can't really fault the weather or the car on the day. I just couldn't put everything together in one run. Probably too much pressure, if you like, with just having 1 practice and 2 times. If I'd have had 5 time runs, I'd have probably been a bit more relaxed and probably straight away got into a new PB. But we're just having 2, you have to nail it. You know, it's full quali style. And unfortunately, I couldn't quite nail it. So we'll go back next time and try and get PB next time. Thank you very much.